So let's just start with a brief introduction of yourself and your daughters.
Sure. My name is Drew Tucker. I am from originally from South Florida, but recently relocated to Atlanta, suburbs of Atlanta. And I have two daughters. One is 16 and a half, and the other one is 7 and a half. And um, yeah, we're a pretty musical family, among other things. But we like to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Emily and Logan, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Emily Gabriella, and Logan Penelope.
beautiful names. And it's been such a pleasure following your Instagram. And so a lot of the stuff that you have shared in there is what I would like to talk about today because you bring up a lot of what I think are really important points about how music is, what music is capable of doing. And as far as just connecting human beings and, in a family setting, it's really amazing what you all are creating together. So in one of your posts, you say, music has been an important part of my girls' growth, something that has always brought us together, allowed us to travel, and kept us focused through difficult times. I mean, as a world, we're experiencing something really difficult right now. And I've noticed that you've done the quarantine porch concerts, and that's really cool. But yeah, I'd love to just hear you talk a little bit more about this connection and some of the examples of how you've really found music has helped their growth, bring you together, get you through difficult times and all of that.
Yeah, I truly believe that one of the keys to happiness in general, or to joy, I should say, because happiness is somewhat transient. It could be taken away by situation. But if you have like that inner fire, that kind of inner joy, it's something that really can't be stolen from you, regardless of what you're into. But I think one of the secrets to joy, there's two really, and one of them is anticipation, and the other one is awareness. And I think having something to look forward to, having something to work toward, having something to a goal set, something in mind, some sort of ideal is really important. And I think it's equally as important for kids as it is for adults. So we were always playing music together. But when the quarantine hit and we ended up with all of this sort of open time and there was no end point in sight, there was school had been shut down. The ideas of all of these little benchmarks that we sometimes take for granted, the end of a school year, yearbook signings, final concerts and band, summer break, all of these sort of benchmarks that are things that we either consciously or subconsciously look forward to as ways to mark the time and keep us moving forward and growing were gone. It became important to make sure that my kids and myself had something to work toward that pushed us forward and that gave us those similar benchmarks. So we created these porch concerts. We started playing music together. We were jamming as we usually do and said, hey, let's create this concert. And it gave us some meaningful work to do together. We woke up, we had something to do. We got together, we played the song, we worked on it. There was some growth that was happening. There was some, "Oh, I can't get it, Dad. Well, let's keep working at it." So there were these other value adds intrinsically built into the process of getting to these concerts, and then getting to the concert felt rewarding. So it was something that we were able to work toward, a goal we were able to achieve. And in the process, we come together as a family. We were able to communicate well with each other. It taught me more about the style of learning that my children are best suited to. It taught me more about the level of grit that they had. It helped me build a little bit more grit in them when they wanted to kind of give up or it was too much and they didn't really see the purpose, to be able to push towards something. And music by nature is one of I call the big three in life that builds on fundamental things that are essential for success, I guess, for lack of a better term, meaning that it's consistent daily effort is what yields big results. However, that consistent daily effort doesn't give a lot of immediate reward or consequence for either sticking to it or neglecting it. The other two being working out, exercising, and spirituality. Those are things that you have to build on daily. You have to nurture daily, and then down the line you're a completely different person, but it's hard to notice a difference day to day. But 6 months, a year in, you are able to see a different person when you're in a negative situation in traffic and you no longer feel that anger boil up inside of you because you've been working on those spiritual qualities of yourself and that kind of inner joy. And 6 months, a year down the road, all of a sudden your pants are too big for you. Your jacket fits better. Your dress fits better because you've been making that daily effort to work out, to move more, to eat higher quality foods. And the same thing with music. You could practice all day, be frustrated, but then a year down the road, when you look at what you're playing now as opposed to what you were playing. So being able to build those things in as well. So essentially it was giving them something to look forward to, teaching them that these daily efforts, no matter how frustrating they may seem, yield big results in the future, and they compound on each other. And being able to draw closer as a family, learn more about each other, and be put in a situation where we could really get closer as father and kids.